Let's take a look at today's activity and the never-ending enjoyment of watching investment banks play with Fed discount window money to, I guess you could say, dissuade sellers to absorb all their activity and keep, oh no, hold it up, keep it up. No, no, don't let it go down and retest the low. Keep running those zero DTE options slash futures buy side trades and so on. It's so funny what's happened to these markets since the acceleration of investment banks playing with Fed discount window money in the markets that really went into full tilt mode, massively dysfunctional mode from late October last year going forward. So you'll see these containment operations just over and over and over again, day after day after day. Uh, but as far as automated goes, it's a beautiful environment for trading automated. I worked the overnight session. So let's see, when I had mine on, I had a long initially with only one entry that flipped right away to short. And I had 3 ads go on. And next thing I know is, woo, I'm way down here and over daily goal. So somewhere in there. Uh, I let it run through the US cash session open and boom, we got the moon rocket run. And you could have sat in that thing in hours and you got another highs retest. I always do this. This is something that is a very, very important point. When I'm in automated trades, and let's say the market's, right here, and I know let's say my daily goal on a 150K account is 760. So when I hit 760, by the time market orders me out, I should be at 750-ish and change after slippage. So that's why we go 760. I probably could go 755 and it would basically be the same thing. So if right here let's say I'm about 670 and I'm watching the automation and then it lifts up and I would have already had maxed amount of ads. I don't trade a lot of ads in the futures market. And then it comes down. I pay a lot of attention to the next new low pivot. So if I see it get a pro blower and I'm like 7, 710, 720, 730, sometimes if I see it stall and I see it flip from Dodger Blue to Aqua, I'll just blip it out, say, okay, I can be done now, and I'll wait for the U.S. session, and I'll play lighter position size. I'll turn off the automation and let it play, in the beginning. But this was pretty negative. There's a lot of selling, so I kind of left it alone. But right here, for sure, if you come down once and you missed your daily goal, so you miss it here, you get a little probe lower, you miss it again. Time 3, I'm not missing it. Whatever probe I get till I get a flip in the Heikinashi smooth for Heikinashi number 2, I'm out of there whether I'm at my daily goal or not. And it's just like, okay, I'm done. I'll wait for US session. US session gave us a moon rocket. That kind of didn't surprise me. And so I know I'm getting a fair amount of feedback that many of you that primarily trade, I would say you guys do the overnight stuff. You pretty much are pre-market or US session that you guys were one and done. And this is just one time frame. That's the beauty of the iGRID system. I can trade 30-second charts, 45-second charts, 1-minute charts. I can trade range bar. And matter of fact, let's watch this. It's finally dumping out. So finally, all these longs are letting go, and you know, nobody's going to come in and really defend this now. They're just going to leave it alone. They'll probably contain it so it doesn't go all the way down and blow up the low in the last. We only got 8 minutes left, but it's just so funny. I've been talking to so many people that are like, "Hey, my hedge fund, we like turned our systems off in indices. They're not working anymore." I keep hearing all these stories of different groups that what using in the past to trade indices is not working. So anyhow, not surprised because you're getting uh, a market environment that has activities that have never happened before historically. I was just watching somebody that's been in Wall Street for over 20 years saying that they've cataloged 470 some events in price movements and related that they've never ever seen before historically. So why is that happening? It's simple. Investment banks are being allowed to play with Fed discount window money in the markets. Well, the good thing about it is it's causing a lot of linear price runs, more so to the upside to the downside. But I can kind of feel it. It's starting to unwind a bit. I can tell they're not having the full effect uh, that they had in the past because I think there's a lot more selling now. And, as global hedge funds are cashing out into a market that keeps coming back up near or making all-time highs, and they're all watching the commercial real estate situation, I'm sure more and more of them are thinning down greatly their predominantly long stock portfolios. So I really don't give a damn what the market does, and I'm not going to try to figure it out. Forget that. That's like fool's gold. Just turn automated on, man. Dial something in, use some of our optimized settings. I just got a ton of range bar data I'm going to parse through and start posting in our Discord room so we can keep adding to the cache of best optimized settings per instrument and time frame. And then the other big thing, I'm finally going to get the trade room started tomorrow. I'd planned on starting it today, but then I was up almost the entire night because I'm sorry, when I'm running automation, I don't go to sleep and say, oh, I'm going to wake up and see what happened. I watch it. Kind of like the flight deck mentality. If the autopilot's on, one of the two pilots needs to stay in the flight deck and be ready to go if needed. That's how I automated. If I have automation on, I'm up and passively watching it. You don't have to. I just think that's the best way to go. But anyhow, it was a one and done day for the coming into the U.S. cash session, uh, and this is Globex time, Chicago time. There's what 8 in the morning, and then 8:30 was basically moonshotted right out of there. But we had the selling, had a few little buys, but they're only ones. If I would have left it on all night, I never do that. I almost never ever trade the Asian session with automation. I'll turn it on frequently coming into about 1:02 a.m. Central Time. So I got a long, then I got a short, and was already somewhere in here over daily goal because I wasn't in as much position size as I trade during US session. If I would have put on normal size, I would have been done like really quick. But yay, it's okay. And I just felt the way that the Asian session sold off, we would definitely have some reactivity coming into the EU session, and the EU session continued the selling. After that big, let's talk about yesterday. What a joke. Again, investment banks coming in and juicing and pushing everybody out of shorts that accumulated. They give them a big sell off into the end portion of the day, get everybody short, and then rip it on them, grind, grind, grind. I was watching the investment banks, the way they run their zero DTE options slash futures alongside trade. And then in here, they're pumping baskets of stocks automated, buying options and futures like there was no tomorrow, almost like NVIDIA came out and just said, oh, we have another new chip. It's so funny watching how they do that. But that got faded overnight, and then EU market sold into it and selling right, into the pre-market. But I wasn't surprised to see at least an initial pump fairly soon out of the open. So pretty easy day. I guarantee you one thing. No way at all you're going to know what these markets are doing right now. The activities are getting more and more dysfunctional, which means we're coming up to a period of volatility that's going to be mind-boggling. And a lot of these traders on YouTube that keep, doing a lot of money each day, I see them. They're very long side bias, when everything starts coming apart at the seams, commercial real estate, or the market starts having a typical cyclical pullback, a lot of these guys I can tell are going to have difficulty working the short side. They're too used to getting bailed out by investment banks, playing with Fed discount money, buying every pullback on earth that happens, and getting a free joyride, to the long side out of every mess they get in as a buyer. They better be ready to play both sides with a neutral bias. Well, automation does that. Automation doesn't care what anybody's doing. It just follows the price action. And with the unique math we have in the indicator and the two-dimensional smoothing, I can get this indicator dialed in on about any bar type, any time frame, and any instrument you can throw at me. So there we go. My group gets to have their trade room start tomorrow. I'm going to cover a lot of cool stuff, all kinds of neat things in the works that we're going to be adding. I'll cover that in our group tomorrow. And basically, the trade room is for everybody that's part of the iGRID program, whether you're an MT4, MT5, C Trader, NT8, TradeView, and soon Thinkorswim. So there you have it. Just wanted to touch base. I've been super, super busy for a couple days on a lot of critical programming projects and getting ready to do a really cool update to the iGRID Evo Strat for NT8. Got some feature ads, some stuff people want we're going to incorporate, and a few other little things. And CPI, continual process improvement. Keep making everything better. So if you have any questions, info@gridalgo.com. Everybody have a fantastic trade day. And hey, everybody that's part of the iGRID program, massively appreciate your support. Really loving your participation and sharing of your trade examples and everything. Hey, onward and upward. So talk to you all tomorrow in the trade room. I'll put a link early in the morning ahead of when the room opens, and we'll get that trade room underway. And then, boy, do I have somebody good coming on board that's going to take the trade room and run with it into next week. So I'll launch it, and then we'll do the baton handoff next week. I'll still go in there on occasion, but I got systems to build and all that kind of fun stuff. I gotta stay in the skunk works and keep building the next best thing. So there you have it. The iGRID system doing fantastic, and you guys have a great day.